Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. It's JMO again with a new Round 100 strategy video for the one and only Mauer Der Toten. A really fun map. Well, perhaps that's hearsay. Objection, hearsay! I am finally recovered enough from having strep throat to make this video, so here we are. I'm going to show you sons of witches the best way to get to round 100, the quickest, safest, best ever way possible, because it's my opinion. Your opinion sucks. You're not allowed to have an opinion. If it offends me, it's wrong, it sucks, canceled. For real though, I think this is the meta in 2022 when a lot of things have been added to the game since the life cycle officially ended. So I will share with you the specifics of this strategy when it comes to Mauer Der Toten. And if you find it useful and enjoy it, let me know in the comments section. Like, subscribe, all that hoopla, doobla, jiggly wiggly stuff. And here we go. So I spawned into the game with the M79 Thumper grenade launcher because this is the Thumper Ring of Fire strategy after all, if you don't know how to do things. And I've also completed the super Easter egg, so my Thumper is purple. So if you haven't done that yet, you should do it. It's awesome. Do all the Easter eggs. Totally freaking worth it. But either way, the goal in the beginning was simple. Accumulate lots of points, lots of salvage, run through the rounds as quickly as possible, because a lot of salvage makes it really easy in the end for you. You'll see how I just spam all of my resources like an idiot, but it gets you through the last 10 rounds very fast. So, passing through the hotel here, I did the usual things. I turned on the power, turned on Pack-a-Punch, and I also did the little side Easter egg thing to unlock the Dirty Cerberus Wonder Weapon, because it's just another tool I can use throughout this strategy. It is worth noting that I hit the box one time to get a weapon to put the Brain Rot AAT on, you know, to get the Klaus part, which you need to build the Cerberus. And the reason for that is Brain Rot does not work very much on the M79, not a lot of activations. So if you're going to do it this way, hit the box, get the gal off the wall, whatever floats your boat. Yes, round 12, it was time to pick up the pace a little bit, so I hit the rampage inducer and spawn, which, if you don't know, when it came out, it took you on the express to round 20, now it's 55. Zombies are faster, same health, and the time between rounds is almost non-existent, which is a great way to speed up the process, yes. But, in my game, when this rampage inducer ended on 55, it kind of messed things up, and when the footage gets to there, I'll show you. But up until around 30-something, I kind of just set up a tent here at Wonderfizz, and there's a million different ways you can set up here. It's fairly easy, though. You don't even have to use Ring of Fire. I just used the Cerberus and blew through these rounds, but I just paid attention for when the Panzer came, and the Disciples can kind of fly up behind you. Other than that, saved up for Pack-a-Punch and perks, so I could move on to the next phase. So by next phase, I of course mean down here in everyone's favorite room, using the overpowered ridiculousness that is the Ring of Fire Thumper. What you're seeing on round 35 is not much different than how it performs on round 100. It's a beast. And I sustained this strategy throughout the rounds by all of that salvage I was talking about at the beginning. Because it gets expensive to always have a death machine, some decoys, Semtex, and later on I use Casimirs, but dude, those are expensive as shit. Which is why I try not to use tactical equipment as much as anything else, mostly for if I'm definitely trapped or red screen. So here's what I was talking about when I said the rampage inducer might have actually hindered the process down here. This is round 39. They're definitely super sprinting, but the pacing is different. It's like they're not letting out as many zombies at one time as normal without it on. I don't know if that's going to happen in everyone's game every time, but think about that if you're doing this strategy and you are going to turn on the rampage inducer, because it could happen. So check this out. Round 56, the rampage inducer deactivates, and there's not a huge difference between round 39 and 56 when it comes to the amount of enemies, regardless of what you would think. And you see it here, they come out way stronger, and it's a good thing because the more come out at one time, the more you can kill with one activation of Ring of Fire. So Death Machine out, bam, Ring of Fire is already there, pull it out, Thumper, bam. Spawn on the right window, spawn in the middle, and spawn in the left window. So it's 2 lanes and 3 different spawns. The window on the right is 1 lane, and then this left lane you have like where they come out of the floor in the very back, straight back, and then the window to the left. As long as I was hitting Ring of Fire at least once per round and shooting these specific locations, the rounds never went over 2 minutes apiece. That's no exaggeration. Like I said, there's no big difference in the number of enemies per round past round 40 something. It's just repeating the process. As you can see, this round started at 5:05 in this video, and now it's 6. So not even a minute round 56 was. Clearly way faster than when the rampage inducer was on. I don't know why. Another thing that can happen and did happen in this game is this window on the left, for whatever reason, it happened the first time I did round 100 on this map. It's still a thing. They will just not come to the window. They will just stack up, and it's not a good thing if you're trying to get to round 100 quickly. It's not too terrible, but it is a little bit slower because they're not actually hopping in, and you actually have to aim inside the window as compared to outside of it right at the feet, because they just stand there. Like I said, they just stand there. But it's basically still the same. These disciples kinda can be pesky. If you don't pay enough attention to them, they get kind of like needy, and they'll rush up to you and start beaming you, and they'll take your focus fire off of the enemies that are rushing you, and either way you're losing your health. So that's one thing to watch out for. I can see that it's the end of the round, so I pull out the Cerberus and save that Ring of Fire that I have, because the beginning of a round is important to have Ring of Fire because panzers. Late in the game, the Thumper by itself doesn't do much to a panzer. You don't have enough time or distance to kill him. So if I didn't have Ring of Fire, I would have to pull out the Death Machine. And having a Death Machine at the beginning of every round is great, but it probably won't happen every time, and it's not really a big deal. For Mauer Der Toten, the panzers are the biggest thing, but it's a panzer round every 3 to 4 rounds, and then it'll be like a disciple and mangler round, or then it'll be like just disciples, and then like just zombies. I've done round 100 a couple times, and the order's been different a few times. It's the same every game. With all of that considered, I never got under 8,000-9,000 green or blue salvage at any point. It was usually more than 10,000. So when the round 90 mark hit, it was time to speed things up a little bit and just start spamming Death Machines, Casimirs, anything to blow through the next 10 rounds, because round 90, at that point, I'm kind of over it. I was just careful as to not spend all of my salvage so I would have enough to buy things for the exfill, but other than that, I just ran through it. And another helpful hint is if you're going to throw a Casimir and you have tier 5 mule kick, you might as well throw both of them. Like throw one, wait till it sucks all of them up and goes away, throw another one, then buy another Casimir, because it gives you 2 for the price of 1. You can hold a max of 2. You might as well throw both and get 2. So here it is, round 100. I usually wouldn't pick up insta-kill because you can't charge Ring of Fire while you have insta-kill, but I already have Ring of Fire, just trying to run through the rounds. So what I did here is just pick up Molotovs and throw them at the spawn points, and especially throw one outside this window to the left where they're spawn blocked. So frustrating. But this round, like all the other rounds, went by super quick, and it was time to exfill. The exfill is very simple, same thing as all the other rounds in terms of what all I brought: Death Machine, Casimirs, Semtex, Ring of Fire, and 2 Casimirs pretty much almost did it. I know you can't see the amount of enemies because my stupid webcam, but the 2 Casimir's pretty much did it by itself. And that pretty much concludes round 100 on Mauer Der Toten in 2022. It's fairly simple, just managing your equipment and support. That's all it is, and making good decisions and going as fast as possible without being an idiot, which I have been plenty of times. Well, that about wraps up this video for this map. I plan on making a Forsaken round 100 guide very, very soon, and that'll be all the round-based maps for Cold War, and I can start making different types of videos, specifically some things in zombies that are more in-depth and advanced, that not only are in Cold War, even Black Ops 3, Black Ops 1, just some things I've been thinking about doing that you don't see every day. But until that time, if you enjoyed this video and you're also a passionate zombie player, let me know in the comments section. We can discuss this or anything zombie related. I'm all open to it. Feel free to check out any of my other videos or even catch me live on Twitch. I'll put that link in the description. I appreciate you all. I hope you stay safe. I'm JMO, and I'll catch you on the next one.